This is new territory for Kyle Garlett, leaving the changing tent, heading for the bike racks. Last year, he didn't get out of the water in time.
Just happy to be out of that water. Good feeling to exercise that demon. Now I got a little bit of biking to do. But definitely a good start to the day.
112 miles to be precise. His doctors should be proud. He joins all the others on the roads of Kona. Over 1,700 in all shapes and sizes. They range from 19 to 80, and that high number includes Lou Hollander, who knows there are no sure things. Not this year, not last year.
Not easy.
Not easy? You're going to make it, right?
Yeah, I'm right on the edge.
Okay, good luck.
But this is my 20th year.
Really?
Yep. I've always made it 19 years in a row.
Why do you keep coming back?
God knows. If I don't make this one, I'm not sure I will.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
He finished that, so now he's back for number 21. Lou Hollander, motivational speaker, scientist, and 80-year-old Ironman.
The thought of retirement has never entered my head. And most men my age are dead. Oh, that's a great question. I am 80 years old, and I am still working. And I don't feel old. To be perfectly honest, this is the nicest part of my life. I brought a lot of stuff here. You've seen a lot of things. If you want to be functional at 80, you better damn well pay attention at 40. I'm a report right in there. This is my home. It's just beautiful here. The view is great, and I can train right here. I have a number of guide rules in my life. I never eat anything I don't identify the parts to, like hot dogs or anything like that. And then the other one is to go anaerobic every day. And I think that's an important one. I really live by that. Going anaerobic, of course, is running without air. That means you're running more than you can handle. You can only do that for a minute or 2 minutes or whatever. And you just warm up, and then you go as hard as you can until you can't go any further. And that's it. It's easy. It's self-limiting. How long's Lou going to live? I sure as hell want to break the 120 barrier, because I want to be one of those few statistics out there. So, yeah, 120, 130, that's my goal. But I think I'm on a good course. I can't imagine, you never know, the truck runs over you tomorrow. So. But, yeah, 120.
In the men's race, the monster of contenders did the job. They destroyed Andy Pott's lead and now have potential glory all to themselves. Now strategy comes into play. How hard do you push on the bike? Strategy plays a tug of war with how do you feel right now? Near the front, riding comfortably, is Craig Alexander. What you can't see is the burden of expectation. A three-peat is heavy. And wearing number 1 is like having a bullseye on your arm.
You know, to win the race once is a dream beyond anything a triathlete could possibly imagine. To win it several times is, magnified that. But at the same time, there's this thing that you're expected to win.
It's an interesting challenge that comes with winning this event, and it becomes more, it just builds. It's insidious. It builds every time you win, and honestly, it sucks.
Everything of this whole year will be a failure if he doesn't 3-peat.
Besides expectation, Alexander has to contend with a stacked field. Among them, the last man to wear the crown before Alexander, Macca, fellow Aussie, Chris McCormack. There is a lot of history between the two.
Macca and Craig are really polar opposites. You couldn't have two champions that are more different from each other than Chris McCormack and Craig Alexander.
It's funny because a lot of people have asked about our friendship or our relationship, and it's not as close as it was many years ago. We've been since juniors together, so 1990, and he was always the guy that missed the Australian team, and I was always the guy on the team. I was the junior prodigy. I was on the magazine covers, but we were training partners for 15 years. And, you know, like, he lived with my parents for 2 years. I brought him down from Sydney. He stayed with my father and my mother for 2 years so he could train with us. So we're a lot closer. I think we know each other, and that's what hurts.
I guess we're common in that we come from the same country, and but I guess off the racetrack, I don't know if there's a lot in common, to be honest.
He has this tendency not to mention me because he wants to say, hey, this is my time. I don't want to hear about Macca. I've heard about him my whole career. It's about me now. Please focus on me. And I'm sad that he feels that way.
I think I have a rivalry with everybody. You know, everyone's here to try and win, and that's what I'm trying to do. So that by default makes me everybody's rival and everybody my rival.
You know, those guys have had a rivalry, you know, pretty much their whole career. Craig Alexander has definitely showed that he's a better athlete over the last 3 years. And I think Macca will tell you otherwise.
6:30 on Saturday morning when the gun goes off, there's going to be 100 or so professionals on the start line, and they all get their shot at the title. So it's not like you have to wait in line or call anybody out. You get your shot.
Craig, I beat you up for 20 years. If you want me to do it again, I will.
The Aussies are famous for their no worries mantra. Crumble that up and throw it up into the Kona wind. The battle is on, and the history is known. Both have to be thinking, I'll see you in the marathon, mate. In the women's race, uncertainty is the word. The no-show of Chrissie Wellington has flipped their strategy cart upside down. In the recent past, it was just let Chrissie fly on the bike and know that that was the pace to keep up with. Now it's a group laced with inexperience, not knowing if what they're doing is too hard or too fast. Julie Dibbins is in the lead and the pace setter, but she's a rookie, and this is mostly a veteran's race. She's the big unknown.
I don't even know what to expect out of myself, so if other people expect me to do great, then that's awesome. But I have no idea. Like, all the signs in training, tell me that I can do it, but until you go out there and try it, you just don't know.
Mirinda Carfrae is 10 minutes behind Dibbins, but ahead in the experience department. Last year was her first, and she finished second. Time to think about the next logical step and get moving. To finish an Ironman, let alone win it, you need everything to go your way. And today, it's not for Rebecca Keat. She was among those looking to capitalize on Wellington's absence, but she's pedaling the wrong way back to town.
Similar to me, I think her hamstring just really tight.
Keat only lasted 25 miles. And pro Matthias Heck's day is ended by a bad back. There's a lot of unfair going around. Kyle Garlett rode only 10 miles. Then he got lightheaded and his blood pressure was low. He got further into the Ironman, but reaches a new limit now. And he will face the answer to the question, is this the limit? Or can you do more on another day?